name's Mandy and this is my channel Make It Sew. So today you might notice that I'm actually in a different location. I couldn't think then. I thought I'd come out to my cabin, which is our outside wooden building, which I would love to turn into my sewing room, but I'm not allowed. So I thought the next best thing was to sit here and talk to you today instead. Now, today is my December Sewing Adventures Part 4, and it's Tuesday, which is Christmas Eve. If you do celebrate Christmas, then you'll know how excited I am because I love Christmas. And things haven't quite gone to plan this week since I last spoke to you, but I have managed to do a little bit of preparation for a sewing gift for my husband, but unfortunately he's not going to get it till after Christmas now, because I've put myself on a ban for going in my sewing room today to actually sew, because last year was quite stressful and I was still sewing my son's dressing gown right to the last minute before we stopped for our normal Christmas Eve traditions. So anyway, I thought I'd tell you what I've been up to this week. It has been a very busy week. Some of you did comment last week on my video, you don't know how I fit it in, and believe me, I don't know either. That's the honest truth. I do love sewing, that is my go-to hobby, and I really like to escape into my sewing room when I'm not at work, because work can be quite demanding and I do find sewing is the time I enjoy the most. So it's very difficult when I can't go in there, as you can imagine. Anyway, so Tuesday I spoke to you last, and I'd already attended a virtual sewing room in the morning, and then in the evening was the virtual sewing room Christmas party, and no sewing was done from what I remember, because I was involved with all the quizzes and all the activities that were going on the virtual sewing room, and it was brilliant. There was a raffle and I can't remember who won it, but it was a lovely prize. It was a voucher for fabric, which was really good, and it was just lovely to spend time with fellow sewists, and it was just a lovely evening. And then on Wednesday it was my last day in my seconded role. For those of you who don't know, I'm a senior healthcare assistant at my local hospital, and I'm in the A&E department or the emergency department. It depends where you are in the country or the world, what you call it. I'd seconded to a research role, but unfortunately I found that quite isolating and I didn't really get much patient contact, which I absolutely love. So I ended my secondment early. It was also a full-time position, which really I struggled with Monday to Friday. Didn't get much time with my family except for weekends, and a lot of the time my husband's working, so it didn't really work out. And so I decided to end my secondment early, and I've gone back to just being a senior healthcare assistant again. So I'm more patient contact, it's more of the clinical side that I love. So I've gone back to part-time, which is 2 12-hour shifts a week, which gives me more time, work-life balance. So that was Wednesday, and I did 12 hours because that's what I was doing once a week as I gradually went back to the clinical role. So Wednesday night was definitely not a time when I felt like doing any sewing. So anyway, that's a long story and I apologise. Thursday, I'm looking at my list and I have to check it twice. I actually hosted a virtual sewing room, and that was going to be the last session before Christmas, and I started working on the project that I was doing for my husband. I can't talk about it because he watches me, so he still hasn't got a clue what I'm doing. He did have a guess, I made him guess and he didn't get it right. So anyway, because I was hosting, I started on that, but then realised I couldn't really concentrate, so I did a bit of cross stitch, which I'm doing. It is a Christmas theme one, but I think I'll carry it on as long as it takes, because I am enjoying doing that of an evening if I'm not in my sewing room. and then on that session I had a bit of a brainwave that I knew I would still be sewing on the Monday, which was yesterday the 23rd, so why not ask other sewists if they wanted to join us on a virtual sewing session. So that's what happened. On Friday I worked on a clinical shift for 12 hours. So on Saturday I did some last minute shopping up in the city and then came home and started preparing some more of the Christmas gift for my husband, and then I was actually working a night shift, so obviously Sunday I was half asleep for the time that I was awake, and I did try and do some more preparation for his present. I'm trying to be very secretive here so I don't actually say what I'm making. I will share that with you as soon as I've done it though. So on Monday we got up very early. We do it every year. We get up really early, get to the supermarkets because they're open at 5 AM, but we got there about 6:15 I think it was, and we did our food shop for the Christmas dinner, and then I went into my sewing room for a little while, and my dog Luna was due for a groom. She actually gets more pampering than I do because I haven't had my hair cut for Christmas, but she had a groom, and my lovely groomer Ebony said it was okay for me to film her. Now I'm going to show you a little clip of what happened when I went to the van, because Ebony is a mobile groomer, dog groomer, and she parks in my drive, so it's really convenient. So Luna had gone in there, I could hear the hairdryer on, which was my cue to go and film, and as soon as Luna saw me she was all panicky and wanted to come with me, so I had to end that filming quite abruptly, and you'll see she was panicking, bless her. But what was annoying was when I actually opened the door slightly and she didn't know I was there, she looked like she was having a whale of a time. So it's obvious it's just because she associates me and she wants to come back. So Ebony really kindly filmed a little bit for me, and I'm going to put both on here and then you'll see what I mean. So that was Luna's groom, and then Monday was the extra bonus session of the virtual sewing room I hosted, and I did actually, bless her, Jenny co-hosted with me so that I could get on with some sewing for my husband's gift, but I ran out of time. We're now on Christmas Eve, it's not ready, it's close, but it's not going to happen for Christmas Day. But he's fine. He's been spoiled enough by me and the children, so it's just a bonus, this one. And here we are, Christmas Eve. Well, today we don't plan to go out anywhere except to walk our dog, and it's just a nice day leading up to when we prepare some traditional food, and we sit and watch our usual movies, which in our house is Muppets Christmas Carol and Miracle on 34th Street. And my husband will probably fall asleep during one of those, as he always does, and it's just a running joke here in our family. What else do I need to tell you? Let me check my list again. Yes, so I have actually already exchanged a gift with my best friend Claire, and I'm going to be able to show you what I made her now because she's opened it, and it was the Bestie Bag. Now this bag has been around for a couple of years now I think, so I was lucky enough to be gifted one of these from Sam from So Let's Sparkle with Sam in February for my birthday, when we met up as we were doing our Sirocco jumpsuit collaboration. So I've always loved the bag. I've bought the pattern, and I thought I'd love to do a bestie bag for my bestie, so that's what I did. Now you'll see in the pictures the fabric I used was the denim I'd received in my Think Pink Sewscription box back in, when was it? October, I think it was. And I did a jewel unboxing with Sam on her channel. So if you haven't seen it, go and watch it. We had a laugh doing that, it was lovely. But I used the denim because I thought it was quite a neutral colour. Now Claire's like me, she loves purple. So you'll see inside there's a purple fabric that I'd used myself for a crossbody bag by Adam Sews. But I thought it would go really well with the purple zips I'd got from Dove's Bag Bits and Bobs. I will write that on the screen because I've probably got that totally wrong. But the only problem, and I'm hoping some of you might be able to help me. Now Sam gave me a few tips, and I also looked on my ebook from that month's subscription box. I found while I was sewing it up that my fingers got covered in the blue from the Indigo denim, and I've obviously warned my friend Claire of this because I didn't really think about it while I was making it up. And I'm worried that it might rub on her clothes if she has light clothing on. So if anyone has got any tried and tested tips of something we could do, she can wash it because it's all been pre-washed, including inside. Let me know in the comments below because I really don't want her to stain her clothes. And I have said to her, I'm more than happy to make her another one at some point in the very near future because I really want her to enjoy the bag. So let me know if you've got any tried and tested tips for that. Now, I also wanted to show you, I know that a lot of vloggers have been doing Vlogmas, so you've seen every day their advent calendar, and I've got the Becky Sewing Studio calendar. Hats off to everyone that's done Vlogmas this year. I really don't know how you manage it. I've found it difficult enough doing a weekly vlog. I just think I need to get more organised, and maybe next year I might do one as I'm not working as much. You never know. But I think hats off to them, well done for doing it because it does take a lot of preparation, and I'm really proud of you all. I've really enjoyed watching your vlogs. But I will quickly show you, I'll quickly show you a clip of all the goodies that I got in this advent calendar. My husband bought this as part of my Christmas present, although he did, you know, go shopping and get me some more bits, which I'll find out tomorrow. So that was a really lovely gift, and everything that was in there was really lovely. There wasn't one thing in there that I thought, ugh. So bearing in mind that's the first ever advent calendar sewing related I've got, I really enjoyed that. So maybe next year I'll get that one again. So plans for the coming week. Well, obviously today and tomorrow we are not doing anything other than enjoy each other's company as a family. My husband does the cooking for Christmas dinner and I prepare all the veg, and we all sit in the kitchen and chat, and it's really lovely just to have the four of us together. And then Boxing Day we're going to family and we're going to have dinner there, and then we've got to come home late afternoon because unfortunately, as a lot of you will know, if you work in healthcare you don't get time off at Christmas, and I'm working Boxing Day night and then the day after, which would be the 27th, I'm working that night too. But then I've got a couple of days off and my brother's coming up for the day, so that will be lovely. And then I think I'm working on New Year's Day, but then I've got some time off for a few days. So hopefully in that time I will get my husband's gift sewn up, because it is the first thing I've ever sewn him. I've done repairs on his jeans, but I've never actually sewn him a garment. So I really am looking forward to seeing his face when it's done, as he's got no clue what I'm making. But I'm going to leave you with a little clip of my daughter and I getting some of our traditional bakes made, which will be after this video, but I'll put it on here and you'll see what we get up to. And I just want to say, as always, thank you so much for supporting my channel, for viewing my videos, for liking my videos, and comments are a bonus. Thank you. And I just want to wish you all and your families a very Merry Christmas. And after all the celebrations, if you get time to get some sewing done, make it so. Bye for now, and I will see you before the end of the year. Bye.